busy tonight. Real busy tonight.
So there was it for
There was lots of frosting. It was delightful.
I think they got here early today.
All right, I will call the meeting of April 18th to order. If we could all rise, please. Valerie, would you lead us in the pledge? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you like to call the roll?
Deputy Supervisor Cotton.
Present.
Councilwoman Wynn. Here. Councilwoman Wright.
Here.
Town Attorney Genesi.
Present.
The first item on the agenda tonight is open to the floor, and we don't exactly have a packed house here. There's two gentlemen, three in the back, maybe, and no one has signed in to speak. So the first thing you'll notice is that Supervisor Flaherty is not here this evening, and Councilman Kane was not feeling well. So tonight the town is being run by the ladies. And Charlie, thank you for being here to assist in that.
I don't run things, I'm just,
Well, you're making sure we
just
do it.
support,
You're
yeah.
making sure we do it right. The first item is minutes to be approved, and I would move that we approve the minutes of April 4th, 2024, as submitted by the town clerk.
Second. Deputy Supervisor Cotton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wynn.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wright.
Aye. Next, we have the consideration to approve the bills as submitted by the Director of Finance, and Councilman Cahill reviewed the bills this week. He called me this afternoon and he told me he would not be able to attend tonight and assured me that everything was in order, so by proxy, I am moving that we approve the bills and payment.
Second. Deputy Supervisor Cotton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wright.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wynn.
Aye. I would move that we approve the prepaid warrants as submitted by the Director of Finance.
Second. Deputy Supervisor Cotton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wynn.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wright.
Aye. And I would move that we approve the purchase orders as submitted by the Director of Finance.
Second. Deputy Supervisor Cotton.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wright.
Aye.
Councilwoman Wynn.
Aye. Next, we have a resolution to solicit sealed bids for public safety, vehicle repair, and maintenance services, and to advertise in the April 24th, 2024 edition of the Webster Herald. I have made a motion, yeah, thank you. To give a little explanation of this, this came from us from the police department, and I did check with the chief today just on what this was all about. And they're finding that with each vehicle repair or safety maintenance inspections, things like that, they're getting separate POs and paying for each thing individually. So in an effort to streamline that process, we might even save a little bit of money on that, they're going out for bids for just an overall purchase order on that and to provide that service. So that's what this is about. Dolly, do we have to include when these bids will be opened on
They
this?
will be open on May 15th.
Okay, so I would move that we solicit sealed bids for public safety vehicle repair and maintenance services, advertising in the April 24th edition of the Webster Herald, bids to be opened, are they got done here, in this room?
Yes, it
In the town boardroom on May 15th,
is. Second.
at 11:05.
Second. Thank you. Deputy Supervisor Cataldi?
Aye.
Councilwoman Wynn?
Aye.
Councilwoman Wright? Aye.
Jen, would you like to take the next one? I can't do them all, and you are the Parks and Rec.
I
so
would be more than happy to.
Thank you.
I would move to approve the following items for recycling auction from the Parks and Recreation Department. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items. The main office barcode reader, tag 5269, handheld wireless scanner 6153, abs crunch, that might be one that I go to the Parks and buy. 5283, conveyor toaster system 6156, electric griddle 5924, and a commercial refrigerator 6765.
Second.
Councilwoman Wright?
Aye.
Councilwoman Wynn?
Aye.
Deputy Supervisor Cataldi?
Aye. That is the end of the agenda items for this evening, but we've got a really exciting day here in town. If anyone has checked in with local news or been online, I'm sure that they've seen it. There was the groundbreaking ceremony today for the Fairlife facility, and all the important people were in town today, including the governor. We attended, and it was an extremely impressive event. And one of the biggest announcements to come out of that was that the governor has announced a $20 million grant to the town of Webster for improvements to our wastewater facility that we've had in the works for a while. I want to commend Supervisor Flaherty, because from the very beginning, he has said that he will not allow this project to be balanced on the backs of our taxpayers. The town has got the smallest budget of all the players in this project, between the state of New York, Coke Fairlife, Monroe County, RG&E, and he felt that it would not be fair to place to put unfair burden on the taxpayers. So he has been relentless in this. I have been included in most of the conversations that have gone back and forth, and for the governor to come to town and make that announcement today, we are extremely grateful, and I want to express my gratitude to our supervisor as well. Jen, do you want to comment about your experience there today, or anything else? We'll do it right here.
I think that's definitely the highlight of the day. It's the highlight since I've joined the town board. I really wish that I had the opportunity to be here before, as all of that excitement was unfolding in the town. But I am still like super jazzed up from being there today, and the excitement that's coming to Webster, the opportunity that's coming to Webster. It's a $650 million project on 100 acres, and it will be the largest milk processing plant in the world. Not in New York, not in the States, in the world. I learned that today, and like, you think about that as a Webster resident, you kind of gives you the chills, and I'm just thrilled that I can be here now to take part in that. And as maybe some people have heard me say before, I spent many years working at Xerox, and some of my Xerox friends were there today, got to reconnect with them, and I cannot wait to work with them. They're very excited about what's happening at Fairlife, and the opportunity to just revitalize the Xerox campus and bring other businesses in there, bring ancillary businesses to Fairlife is gonna be a tremendous opportunity for the town and is gonna help in the long term to ease the tax burden by having those businesses in town, and it's just a great time to be in Webster.
Thank you. Ginny?
Well, like I said, I want to commend everyone involved with the project, with the event this morning. It was phenomenal. It was wonderful for our community, especially seeing and they're very genuine and sincere and proud to be part of this community. And, that's something that Webster need. And I think they come here is also too, Patty, because of our sewer, upgrade, and they see potential, they see what we can offer them, and also to the feeling, the ethics, that we as a community here, we're very strong and we're very committed to one another, and we like to support, to make this a place where life is worth living. And like I said, it was a phenomenal event, and I was so proud to be part of it. And Jan, the fruition just came into, is it not like many years ago, I think Tom and Patty and everybody, they was trying to get it, and we wasn't sure that we could get Fairlife in, and they finally commit to us. So I'm very proud to be part of the team that make this happen, and I'm looking forward to the future, and I know that it's going to be a bright one for us in Webster.
Thank you, Ginny. Yeah, Jen, I'm not sure you really wanted to be here in the early days of this, actually. And we were joking today when we first started discussing this project. It was known as Project Izzo. We didn't even know what it was. It was under this great secrecy, and we just knew it was something big, and we moved forward with planning and being partners with everyone who's involved in it. And I think certainly I will sum it up by saying that today was a very proud and very bright day for Webster.
One thing I would add to that, when you were talking about the planning, and I did hear this today in conversation, there were over 200 people who were involved in this project. And Tom talked about the partnership and the business partnership and the collaboration and everybody working together to make this happen. And I just strongly believe that the folks working together and Tom having such a strong business background was instrumental in making this all come together. And so that is quite an accomplishment. There's been some amazing things that have taken place in the town of Webster under Tom's leadership. And so there's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot that's going to be done in the next couple of years, and it will be pretty rewarding, I'm sure, for him especially, and really all the town board members, to see that come together over the next 18 months. It's going to be pretty special.
I can't wait for the groundbreaking.
I can't wait for the ribbon cutting ceremony, because
I'm
after
sorry,
today,
that's what I meant. I said groundbreaking.
yeah, the ribbon, I will
Yes.
definitely have like a new suit, maybe a new cow. I got my cow on today. Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's great. Any other updates on anything going on in town?
Well, I would like to say, right now, our museum, we need volunteers. Most of the people that volunteer on the board right now, they mostly in their 70s and 80s, so they really desperately need people to come in and join our board at the museum. They exist because of us, so please, help them out. And also to check the website for the events at the Webster Museum and also the library that have for our community, and come out and support, us, them. Because I'm a liaison for the library and museum, and I'm proud to, to advocate for their agendas and for their needs. But like I said, they won't be assist without the help of our community. Thank you, everyone.
Jen?
The assessment review board met on Monday to kick off the grievance period. So that started on Monday, and the calendar will be updated soon, and so there'll be some information on the tax assessment and grievance process. That'll happen, I think it kicks off on May 28th, and then there will be a series of meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays until all of the cases are heard. And then it's, the town continues to get ready and prepare for the revaluation when that is coming. It's been a long time since the town has been reevaluated. I spoke with folks from the school district today, and the school district is gonna be there and work with our assessing group, and we'll work in partnership to make sure that goes as smoothly as possible. It'll be a very big undertaking, and we're gonna work through that over the next couple of years.
Attorney Genesi, do you have anything to add?
No, you're all very eloquent on the impact of this project, and I think you're all aware. I know particularly Deputy Supervisor Taldi is very aware of how much time and effort is already going into it on the part of town staff, and it's going to be ongoing. It's very labor intensive, as you can imagine, for the town, because we are the main player, I guess, if you will, aside from the Code for Life itself, rather than the other governmental units, which we're grateful for their help and for their finances, but we're carrying the ball.
The
As
work
far as the
stops
work
here,
goes,
yes.
yeah, right.
Yes.
I want to add one thing that's coming up that I don't, probably the board members don't even know, but Bridge is aware of. But there is going to be, on May 1st and 2nd, a state, I think it's a statewide animal control school or training school. Are you aware of it, Bridget? Okay, you can check with Barbara Hollins, our animal control officer. We're going to have, it's going to be held at the Webster Fire Department for 2 days. It's going to be a training school, and including a mock trial, which I'm going to be apparently conducting. I didn't realize it until a couple days ago, but I found that out. But we're going to be doing a lot of things regarding how to prosecute cases, and there'll of course be a lot of technical things regarding particularly dog control as well. So it's going to be held in Webster on May 1st and 2nd. In West Webster, all day for West Webster Fire Department. So,
Great, thank you. And also that brings to mind, the town was awarded a $400,000 grant for an animal shelter. This has become a big issue all around Monroe County, because those facilities that were taking in dogs that the police had brought in, or animal control had brought in, people sometimes lose their dogs. You'll see it posted on social media, and most times those stories end well. It goes back to their loving home. But what we're finding more and more is a lot of people adopt foster dogs, or dogs from the shelters, and it doesn't work out so well at home, and they just drop them off somewhere. So these poor dogs are roaming around. The police have to pick them up, and the veterinary hospitals and the shelters that used to accept these dogs are no longer doing it. So it's become a big problem for all the towns in Monroe County. Chi-Li just cut the ribbon on their new facility. So I believe the grant pool was only $400,000, and we were awarded the entire grant. So stay tuned for that. We've got a lot of work to do on the design to see what the town match is. Not too sure, but it's a step in the right direction. Up until now, some of these dogs have been held in a room at the police department, and several of our officers have actually adopted some of them and given them a new home, but we need to find a more permanent solution for that. So that's more good news on the town's financial vision today. And Charlie, to your point, I really want to thank the entire staff at the town, all of the departments, from planning boards, zoning boards. Josh Artuso from community development has just been a huge asset to the town.
So,
Art Patron and Rick Camille, who really never gets the proper acknowledgement. Rick is our wastewater plant operator, and that takes some talent, that takes some extended training. And Rick is the one who manages all the chemistry and all of the magic that happens down there. And of course, Pat Stevens, all of our department heads have played a huge part in this. Dolly, you've been in many meetings. Everybody's had a hand in it. Today was exciting, but the work continues, and we still have a lot more work to do before we get to that end of the ribbon cutting. So we will persevere and we'll get it done.
Dolly?
As the supervisor always says, last but not least, do you have something to add?
I'm saying this probably every meeting between January and May. There's still time for the residents to make their final town and county 4th installment payment. It's due by the end of April. After April, there'll be additional penalty.
Thank you. And I did say you'd be last, but I thought of one more thing. I'm going to give a heads up to the community that next Saturday, on April 27th, from 10 until 2, the town and the police department and the Webster Health Education Network, are partnering to do a medication drop-off. We call it a drug take-back, but any over-the-counter or prescription medications you can bring. It will be held right out in front of this building, and all you have to do is drive up, put it in a bin, and we'll take it for you, and they are properly disposed of. So start cleaning out those medicine cabinets now, and I'll probably mention it again next week, but April 27th from 10 until 2. And with that, I will adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
thank you.
Is that a drone photo? Or what did you do? Has to be this one. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah.